All right. How's everybody, man? How's everybody? Let me know if y'all can hear me and see me well. Smell Good family, welcome back to another live stream. Live stream 56, I believe. 56. Yeah, I think 56. Oh, it's right there. Live stream 56. How are y'all doing, man? Hopefully y'all are well. I am excited tonight. All right. I am excited. This is kind of like another full circle thing for me with tonight's episode of What's in the Bag. All right. So we're going to have some fun tonight. And I have a special guest. Got one of my homies, man, one of my bros, one of my guys. And we're going to have a great time. So I'm going to go ahead and get to you guys in the chat, my Smell Good family members, and then we're going to get down to business. As you see on the thumbnail, I have been blessed. I want to give a shout out to Randy. Turn my music a little bit more. I want to give a shout out to Randy, man, over at Fragrance Dude. I'm going to have Randy on this Saturday. All right, me and Randy going to be talking about. He blessed me with a pack of some pretty dope decants, man. Showed your boy a lot of love, man. So I definitely want to shout out my guy Randy, the Fragrance Dude, for just reaching out. He didn't have to do it out of the kindness of his heart. But there was one in particular fragrance that was in that bag, and I never thought I would get the chance to experience it because it is no longer in production. It is discontinued. All right. So we're going to get into it. Here we are. What's in the bag? Here's the bag right here. The very Prada bag that I keep all of my decants in. And we're going to have a conversation tonight, man, and special guests. Drop your scents of the days today. Hey, man, cold front is coming through Jacksonville, Florida. It was fall airy first thing this morning. I get up very early to go to work, and it was a nice breeze and some, dare I say, cooler air for a Florida boy. And I went with this, man, from the house of John Barbados, one of my favorite fragrances. Lately, I've been getting bashed over the head for even recommending this, but you know I don't care. John Barbados is vintage, man. Vintage by John Barbados. Season is changing. We have a big time weather change happening this weekend in Jacksonville. So we're going to get some high 40s and low 50s, man. So I'm excited for that, man. Get to bring out some favorites. So let's go ahead and get to the comments. Smell Good family. Shout out my guy Lavelle Calhoun, man. He drops love all the time. God bless. God bless Smell Good family. Send a day club, day in the week, intense, man. That's what I'm talking about. We got my guy Ross on here, TLTG review, showing that love. Could he be our special guest? Could it be Ross? We're about to find out. All right, like this stream. Appreciate you, man. We got my sister in the building. What's up, Shoshana? I always appreciate you for being there for me and showing love, man. Share Dedrick Hicks Jr. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. We got my baby love in the house showing love. Hey, y'all. Hey, Unc CJ in the building. Smell Good family. Salute to you, Unc, man. Danielle in the house. Hello, everyone. Hello, Danielle. Thank you for joining tonight. Kevin Hawthorne in the building out of Lakeland, Florida. Appreciate you, Kevin, for joining us, man. Unc says he got on the earbuds. I know what that means. I appreciate you, Unc. Run your race. CT says, hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Sending love and positivity. That's what I'm talking about, man. Positive vibes only. That's all I do. We're not doing anything else but positive vibes, man. So I definitely appreciate your positivity, man. All right. End of the day, man, Sarah, Sicily. Okay. Well, where you are, it's still warm because Sicily is a banger for sure. All right. Scope in the house. Smell good. Smell good, fam. End of the day, Luna Rosa Carbon. One of my favorite fragrances, man. Check my lighting real quick. One of my favorite fragrances, bar none. Very versatile. I like it better than Dior Sauvage EDT. That's just me. All right. So, but it's really good stuff for sure. Kevin says, I can see and hear you. Appreciate that. HD in the building. What's good, D? How you feeling today? HD, I'm good, brother. I appreciate you. Every time you rock on the stream, you ask your boy, how you doing? I'm doing good. Great day. Feeling good. Feeling great. I can't complain, man. Can't complain. Family's good. Can't complain. Joel in the house. What's up, Joel? What's happening? What's happening? Danielle says, just ordered my Camaro on Intense. You got a good one coming your way. That is one of the better clone fragrances that I have smelled. Yeah, it is. Right up there with some of the heavy hitters from the Middle Eastern world and independent world, but that stuff is good. Joel is wearing one of my most underrated fragrances in my collection. Salvatore Ferragamo's Urban Feel. All right. That stuff is good. I love the citrus and coffee, slight spice that's going on in that thing. It's good. I might wear it tomorrow. We'll see. My sister says, hit that thumbs up for sure. HD Today Parfums Vintage Batch 2.0. Now I'm guessing is that a Creed Vintage clone, bro? I think that is, right? D and Danielle is wearing JPG Elixir. Man, that stuff smells really good. I'm going to give me a full bottle soon. It's readily available here now where I'm at, so I'm definitely going to give me a full bottle. I've been trying to see if I'm going to get it on discounters or I'm going to get it for retail. But if I do, y'all know I got to go see my girl, Miss Heather. All right, so that's the plan. So, all right. Jason Virtue, what's good? D and the Smell Good families in the day. Divine Asylum. That sounds real expensive, Jason. You out here smelling rich. CJ in the building. In the day is everything. You already know, man. Got my smelling salts. Yeah, Unc, I know what you got going on, man. You keep smelling away, bro. Jared Miller. Jared, man, God bless you, man. That's my guy, Jared Miller. I know Jared in real life. Me and Jared talk in real life, have conversation in real life. And shout out to my guy, Jared. Thank you for the super chat, man. That's much love. Thank you so much, bro, for your support, just being here. Jared's one of my moderators as well. So Jared is a true gem in the fragrance community, in my opinion, for sure. And a lot of yours, I'm sure. Jared says this will be a great panel discussion, folks. Smell Good family. Let's get those likes in. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell for consistency. Thank you, Jared. Thank you so much. You know who's showing love. What's up, my guy? Ishmael in the house. Ishmael said, is there a fragrance that depicts harsh winter, falling snow? Yeah, there are. A couple that come to my mind from the niche world. So, stuff like Red Tobacco, Designer World, I'm going to say Spicy Leather from Salvatore Ferragamo. And from the something a little bit more affordable Middle Easterns, any Rose Oud combo, bro. So yeah, there's plenty of options out there, man. Plenty of options, man. Plenty for sure. If I think of any more while we're going, or if anybody else has anything, let Ishmael know for sure. Everybody showing love. You know who's in the day. Oud for Happiness. That's a really good one. Shoshana says Dick Buckish. Dick Buck. Oh, wow. Rest in peace, Dick Buckish for sure. Legend of the game, no doubt, man. RIP, Dick Buckish for sure. Ease in the building, my dog, Eric. D, what's up, my guy? In the day signature rose. Oh, you got it in? That just definitely nice. That joint definitely nice. My guy at work was tripping out over the Central. Good stuff, Eric. We got to chop it up about that one, bro. You know, we got to hit each other up, man, for sure. I got to talk to you about that. Todd's in the building, rocking bond number 9, Nomad Daytona Beach. All right, okay. Everybody showing love. Jared Miller in the day, Bold Noir by Savoir Faire. It got your hook, Jared. Everybody showing love. Dame 919, Smell Good family in the building. End of the day, Mahir Legacy. Appreciate you again, D. Yeah, so Dame 919 was the 8,000 subscriber giveaway winner. No, yeah, 8,000 subscriber giveaway winner. So I'm glad he's enjoying his winnings for sure. So shout out Dane for sure. Everybody showing love. Joel says, I'm the supervisor for 2 weeks. Okay, Joel, I'll be in and out the live. No problem, dog. Handle your business, Joel. We appreciate you, man, for sure. Everybody showing love, showing love. I love it. I love it, man. I love when everybody just show love to one another. Mount Celtics blew it. Ralph's club to work. Club Black, scent of the night. All right, well, where that arrow sat, man? You giving it a break, or did you run out your first bottle already? Did you already run out your bottle, man? Let's see. Everybody showing love. Jared saying, Miss Hicks, good evening. Yes, yes, yes. Eric, Jared, Joel, Jason, what's up, fellas? And all my good people in the chat for sure. I said the glue, you change your name back. That's what I was thinking for sure. Let's see. Everybody continuing to show love. Let's see. JT, good evening, my brother. Scent of the day, girl on loam, Adiao, EDT. I definitely love your content, sir. Well, I appreciate that, 9. I appreciate that. I'm a huge fan of the whole girl on loam, Adiao line. That EDT is something that I do wear in the fall. And who knows? I might wear it this weekend. We'll see. More love being shown. Oh, my guy is down in the green room. It is about time to get down to business, y'all. I'm gonna take a couple more comments, and we're gonna get this thing on the way because I have a lot of I got a lot of things to talk to this guy about. HD in the building. X-Patches 2.0. Okay, Creative Vintage mixed with Dior Sauvage. That's interesting. I'm not a big layering guy. But that's an interesting combo. That's an interesting combo for sure. PJ Fragrance says, what's going on, D? Glad I caught the live. PJ, that's my guy too, man. PJ shows a lot of love, and he rocks with the channel for sure. So PJ, I appreciate you, bro, for sure. Everybody showing love, all genre of bops in the house. Salute Dedrick, Consuela, Shemaya, Ross, Jared, Joel, Hidden Gems, and all the other legends in the chats. And the day Bentley Blacks, and the night Brioni, EDP. I think I got some Brioni on the way. But I have to wait and see exactly what's in this mystery package that I have on the way. Shoshana in the building, showing love. My guy Hidden Gems in the building, tuning in while driving with a readjusted shoulder. Did somebody dunk on you in the gym, bro? Like, what happened? Did you get crossed up and fall flat on your face? Hopefully it's nothing serious. You know I got love for you, bro. I hope you're doing good. But you know I got a poker jab because I know you'll do it to me. All right, y'all. Everybody keep showing love. I love it, man. Y'all know how we rock here. Positive energy and positive vibes. What's going on, everybody in the chat? House of Colossus in the building. Jeremy, what's up, my guy? Glad you're rocking with us tonight. We got 37 people rocking strong. I appreciate you guys taking time out on your Thursday night to rock with me and the Smellville family. We're getting ready to get into the latest episode of What's in the Bag. I got a little sangria here with some frozen strawberries and blueberries, looking real preppy and pretty, but we're going to be good to go. All right, y'all. It is 7:15. I'm trying to see if I have any questions right now, anything. For the majority, everybody's showing love. Shout out to everybody joining. I see Hez Parfums is in the building. The Sun Devil's in the building. JT's back in here. So, all right, let me turn down my music, man, so we can welcome my special guest tonight, man. I'm really looking forward to this. Y'all might know him. Y'all might have seen him around. I'm not really quite sure. But we are about to find out exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in my good friend, my guy, Ross from TLG Reviews. Main man, what's going on?
You left the T out, but good enough.
No, I didn't. You just didn't hear it.
You said TLG.
TLTG Reviews is
play it back later. You can text me and be like, damn it.
TLTG Reviews. My friend man. Ross is in the house. What's up, man? How you doing today?
I can't complain. Been a busy day, but a productive day. Productive day is always going to be a busy day, right?
Yeah, it feels better too when you're productive.
Indeed. I can't just sit around and twiddle my thumbs, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always got to keep moving. I fall asleep if I sit still.
I know what you mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean. So, ladies and gentlemen, What's in the Bag episode. You see the thumbnail. All right. So, just a little backstory for me. I told the story plenty of times before, but those who want to make it real quick, about 2.5 years ago, I've been in the fragrances since I was 13, 14 years old. I've told my introduction when my father blessed me with a bottle of Calvin Klein Obsession and a leather jacket when I was 13 years old. And ever since then, I've always had a thing for smells. But I didn't know there was a such thing as Fragrance YouTube until about 2.5 years ago, maybe. And I was introduced by one of my great friends. He let me know, hey, there's some guys on here talking fragrance. And I'm like, okay. So he sent me a link. He sent me 2 links. He sent me Ross's link and he sent me Big Beard Business's link. And I clicked on those videos.
Great spot to start, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I clicked those videos and my whole world and perspective and everything just opened up to fragrance. And I never intended on starting a channel, but I was inspired by these men. So just to have the opportunity to connect with Ross and build a friendship, and he's been on the live several times before. I've been on his. We just developed a great friendship, a lot of like interests. It's a true fun and honorable day because I get to talk about this man's first fragrance creation. Like, this is dope. This is
not all that often I get to talk about it with people anymore because it's old news now, you know.
Right. But I'm excited. All right.
I can't wait to see what you think, man. And look, if it smells like just garbage to you, by all means, please say that.
I got to keep it real because if I didn't, you wouldn't respect it. So
I highly doubt that'll be the case, but I'm saying don't pull no punches. I prefer you punch. You know?
No. I'm gonna keep it real. I still love you, man.
It's all good. You could hate it. Hey, look, Unaverage Joe did not like it, and that's one of my closest friends.
Yeah. We just having fun, man. And we all know this thing is subjective. So, Ross, before I get into it, man, I want to shout out Randy one more time, the fragrance dude.
Yes.
He showed me a lot of love, reached out to me, and like I said, anybody is generous in any way, shape, or form, because they don't have to. No one has to. Yeah. And this man really allowed me to scratch something off my fragrance bucket list. Because I love Evening Mystique, which I have right here. I love Evening Mystique. And I can't wait till the temperatures get right where they need to be so I can continue to spend time with it. But before there was Evening Mystique, there was Business Over Pleasure. Okay.
Indeed.
Ross, there it is. Ross, before I spray this on my skin, can you just give us a little bit of, conversation of Business Over Pleasure, how it came to be, your thought process, just whatever you want to share with us about it, please.
So first things first, shout outs to Randy for sharing the love because he got the last bottle out of my personal stash that I was willing to part with to give to someone. So I'm glad he's sharing it, because trust me, if I had another one I was willing to part with, you would have it. I've gotten down to the nitty gritty of like, all right, I'm not giving no more to anybody. I can't cut this down anymore.
Respect.
So, but with that said, shout outs to Randy for doing that.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you're getting the experience. So when you smell this, you will smell this in Evening Mystique, even though you're familiar with the second fragrance first. Okay. You're going to smell Business Over Pleasure inside it because this is the base DNA. So the story behind it was this was a moment in time. Okay. Basically, this is when I was working in the luxury market in the car business. This is the kind of stuff I was wearing on a daily basis, more professional scent profiles. This is when I started to really fall in love with Iris. Okay. And the opportunity presented itself to do this. I had to make a fresh Iris fragrance, but I wanted to make something like I had inspirations such as, Prada L'Homme L'Eau, Dior Homme Eau, like think fragrances like that. It would fall into a similar family, but I wanted added complexity. Like those are pretty simple and straightforward for what they are. They're phenomenal fresh Iris fragrances, but that was kind of just to give you guys a thought process on fragrances that I was really into at the time that kind of I brought inspiration from. And when I was able to spend time with Claude going through what we wanted to do here, when I wrote the brief and the notes I'd like to be in here and the accords I'd like for him to bring to life, it came out exactly as I wanted. I didn't want it to be an loud and intrusive fragrance. It's built to be office safe, but also you're not going to smell like everybody else in the office at the same time. It has a blue element to it with the versatility and the freshness and a lot of things you would categorize as a blue fragrance. Hence and blue's my favorite color. That's part of why we had to go with the blue cap. But the idea behind it was mass appeal, easy to like, but still has a professional elegance to it. It's classy. It dresses up well. Hence the name choice of Business Over Pleasure, choosing business over pleasure. So with that came the evolution to Evening Mystique, obviously, which is the other side of the personality, because this was my personality at work at that moment in time.
Okay.
So basically, I tried to create how I conducted myself in my everyday life into a fragrance. Was the point of this?
Okay. Well done. Well done. I love the setup, man. So I'm not going to have you guys waiting any longer. Definitely, Ross, I appreciate you, taking the time to lay out. I've heard you talk about it several times, but truly, I've never looked up the notes. I've always heard conversation, so I don't know the notes. The only thing I do know, because I've heard it before, is the iris element. But we're about to find out. So Ross, I'm getting ready to.
I can wait to tell you what's in it till after you start sniffing, if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know what's in there.
I know you do. All right, guys, here we go. Smell Good family. We have 49 rocking with us strong right now. We're 20 minutes into the live. Thank you guys once again. Hit that thumbs up if you have not already. I definitely appreciate the love. So here we go, guys. Business over pleasure out of the house of Zaharoff. I'm excited, y'all. Here we go. Couple sprays on skin. I go 4 sprays. And it is in the air. And I definitely smell Evening Mystique in the air.
This is the core DNA.
Here we go. All right. Okay, so we get some spiciness going on to my nose right off the rib. There's a spice here.
Sichuan pepper and coriander.
I definitely get a iris, but not a overbearing iris. It's something that's complementary in the spice, but it's more of a floral type of iris. Well, it's a floral, but it's not makeup-y or nothing like. It's a fresh. It's a fresh iris. That's what I'm getting.
So the top of this fragrance is bergamot, coriander, Sichuan pepper. That's the main notes.
Is there any ginger in here?
There is in the heart.
Okay.
So it's more of a creamy ginger. It's not crisp as it is creamy and fresh spicy.
So I will say this. My real life, when I go to work, I typically have to wear a button-up shirt, some slacks, and some nice dress shoes. I typically wear a pair of hard bottoms to work. So typically off my skin right now, if I would have had any idea that this exists, I would have had this in my collection and wearing it to the office. This says office to me. This is my style because I love to wear Prada L'Homme. Wow. It's something just kind of just jumping in my nose, like far away.
So it's gonna nuance greatly. It's actually quite complex for what it is, for being fresh.
Wow. So what kind of citrus is in here? I'm definitely getting like
bergamot's the only citrus that's in there.
Okay, so it's not a sparkly, but it's kind of slightly tarty coming off. Slightly tarty.
Indeed.
I do get some similarities to the Prada L'Homme. I do get that. Now they're starting to dry them, but the difference in this one is the iris is showing its head a little bit more than that.
It's going to come out more and more as it settles. So one of the reasons I wanted specifically him to work with Sichuan pepper is it's a fleeting spice.
Okay,
you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit with heat early, and it's going to start to fade and settle into the ginger iris combo more. And that's when you'll probably get the most relation to Prada L'Homme, because that's the main accord you get from Prada L'Homme is the ginger iris combo. But here it's not a soapy iris, whereas in that one it's soapy.
I know my taste when I'm going to the office. I always wear something that not necessarily is going to, command the room, but I love stuff that has a fresh appeal, but a masculine touch. And with the spices here, the iris here, and it's really starting to really tone down a bit, man, this stuff is exactly what the name is. Like business over pleasure. I probably wouldn't wear this nowhere else but to work, because when I'm getting ready to go to the office,
That's what it was built for.
Yeah, like just smelling it off, and just this is my real life. Like when I get up in the morning, I go to a place of business, and this is my speed, and I like this a lot. I like this a lot because of what it represents to me and how I can apply it to my everyday life. So I'm a huge fan of iris, so that already had me hyped, but I really enjoy how the spicy kick is starting to really die down, but more of the iris is really starting to show itself. But I'm still getting like this low-key powdery feel that's kind of hovering around everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of hovering around. It's not too powdery. Is it tonka bean in here?
There is tonka bean. There's Palo Santo, amber, and
Palo
then
Santo, wow.
So that's a creamy wood.
Yes.
And you'll notice, and I hate to spoil it for you, but you're going to get it. Everybody gets it. This was intentional. The main note that you're going to get from the base is a lightly creamy patchouli, but a smoky Gaiac wood is really the star of the dry down. So you'll notice a harmonious flow of fresh, spicy, creamy, powdery to slightly creamy, smoky, woodsy, then ambery in the finish. That's going to be kind of the smooth transition you're going to get through the life of this scent.
Listen, man, this has my attention.
I figured you would like this because it's your style.
It is, and especially for me going to the office, and man, I don't normally get like this. I don't, but it suits who I am. I got a personal connection with this thing, so I'm far past the how it smells, even though it smells phenomenal to me. But I'm past that now. I'm now connecting myself to how I can apply the rest of this decant for however long it's going to last me when I step out and I go to the office. And you know, this is really, really good, and it's well done. It's changing, and as I'm moving my hand, the wafts of the fragrance, it's just so it's so pleasing. It's like a calming vibe that's coming over me right now.
That's the Palo Santo.
Oh man, we got George Zaharoff, man, in the comments, man, showing love.
That's what I was doing on my phone when you first sprayed. I was letting him know. I forgot to let him know we were doing this in case he wanted to tune in.
Shout out the legend himself, George Zaharoff, in the chat showing love. George, thank you for just tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man.
No, listen, I had no doubts that it was not going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to do this to me. I didn't know this was going to do this to me. So, let me ask you, Ross. So, when you were creating it and you were in the process, did you know exactly what you wanted it to smell like, or were your conversations with Claude Deere and the team over at Zaharoff, was it like a collaborative effort, or were you going in just really knowing for a fact, hey, this is where I'm at with it?
No. So from the moment George brought the idea to me, I started jotting down notes on what I'd like, what main notes I'd like to be there, what accords I'd like to create.
Okay.
The story, like I knew what I wanted to do right away. And it was very easy. Like we didn't go but to make maybe 2 mods before I picked my base to go from. Claude created some beautiful modifications to start. And I don't recall really tweaking much outside of adding the Gaiac wood.
Yeah.
Because I wanted that smoke. Because I told him I wanted a smoky nuance, and Claude likes to work with a lot of patchouli. He likes exotic patchoulis and stuff like that. He's a big fan of using patchouli and myrrh. That's like 2 notes you'll find Claude likes to work with a lot. He likes to use them a lot in George's fragrances. Speaking of George, he's a big fan of those. When you mention dark, first thing that comes to mind for him is patchouli. I've had many conversations where that was with Evening Mystique. He's like, oh, we could add the different patchouli, and he's got that French accent, you know. So his brilliance is there. You have to, when it comes to Claude Deere, you have to give him some guidance to inspire him. Like, here's what I'm looking for, and then let his creative process take over. It's you tell him what you're looking for. Here's the things I'd like you to work in if you can, but to get to where we need to, do whatever you need to do. You know, you don't tell an artist how to create art. You just, here's what I like the outcome to be. Here's what I'm looking for, and let him flex his creative muscle, if you will. And it's, when I say it's the scent profile to match the performance is 100% accurate to what I've envisioned and what I was looking for.
Okay.
That is business over pleasure. Now, Evening Mystique ended up being better than I was hoping for. I had a vision in mind for it, but when he decided to, because the last mod we added some, I requested some resins, and he doubled up on the incense. That's what really took it to the next level, was that intensity increase on the incense. That's what really like exceeded my expectation with that. But But as far as business over pleasure, like Palo Santo, that's all Claude Deer. That was not anything I had in my brief or keynotes I really wanted to work with. That's all him understanding where I was trying to go and going through the process of creating these formulas to try to get us there. And he really made some magic here. Like it's spot on. It's a safer fragrance. It was made to be that, but it's also one that has a lot of development, which puts it on a different level. It's not like a safe designer to wear to the office. It's still a niche fragrance that nuances at its core. That was very important to me. And he's just brilliant.
And I was just going to say that the difference between because the comparison to me, just off my nose experience, is the Prada L'Homme Low. But the difference between business over pleasure and Prada L'Homme Low is, in my opinion, a significant quality difference. Now, don't get me wrong, Prada L'Homme Low is excellent, but this here, it's like when you smell a niche like Leighton, and then you smell a clone like Al Harman Detour Noir. Both of them are really good, but you could tell off the rip, okay, we got some real nice quality here, even though Detour Noir is really, really good, but you can tell where the quality champion lies. And business over pleasure, I cannot believe. No, I'm serious. Like this is for real. Because I know this has become personal for me now, because this is what I wear on a day-to-day basis. Like today, I wore John Varvatos Vintage today. I like the spicier, classier, classic type of fragrance. That's an
elegant fragrance.
Yeah, and I wore it to work, man. I had, and then I wore Prada L'Homme 2020, and I wear a lot of different spicier spicier fragrances and clean fragrances, musky fragrances, and this is it. I'm got so beyond. I'm so far behind the comments. George says,
well, I know you and I share a lot of similarity in taste, and I know how you feel about Iris. So I pretty much was a lock on you really enjoying this, because I know it speaks to your taste.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I'm so far behind on the comments. George says, one day you're gonna have to get us all together. Man, absolutely, man. I mean,
if you want him on, he'd jump on. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
if he's available to watch, he's available to be on screen.
Well, George, if you're still with us and you can hear me still, if you're available, man, I would love to bring you on just to have a small chit chat. Please
come make it a guest appearance.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. So if he's not, I'll definitely take him up from his offer and try to put something together one day with myself, George, and Ross for sure. Okay, Ross, I do have a couple of other questions for you, but I do want to turn to the chat just to see. Jerry Miller, once again, Jerry's showing a phenomenal amount of love tonight. Shout out Jerry Miller,
Jared's awesome,
true gem and a true treasure in the fragrance community. The legend himself, the G-Man, is in the house. Yes, Mr. George Zaharoff did bless us with his presence tonight. Let me see if we got anything on Evening Mystique. And I'm just curious if anybody in the chat has ever had the pleasure of smelling this, in my opinion, very beautiful fragrance. I would love to hear your thoughts, or if you have been curious, if you have a question for Ross about anything to do with either Mystique or even Mystique, business over pleasure, or even Mystique, either one of them, bring it on. So, let's see, Coco. What is Joel saying? Coco Loco could have been called business over. What is it? Pleasure over business.
So everybody was harping on me to call Evening Mystique that, and I'm like, no. I had that name right away too. I love that name. Because I knew what I wanted to do. That's the other side of the personality. That's the more brash side, but it's still the same person. Hence the reason the same DNA is still in there. But it's a not really a risque take. It's more when you compare it to business over pleasure. That you've gotten to smell it, you can see where the evening part of it comes in.
It's beyond.
That's the evening version of business over pleasure, basically.
And now that I have smelled both, and I have Evening Mystique in my hand, and again, shout out to Ross for showing abundance of love to me, and Justin Copeland for seconds. Look, man, I'm gonna post the video when I got this in, and I just want y'all to kind of go down memory lane if you haven't seen my real raw reactions, because I was thrilled in that video, man. But
I remember.
I definitely have I have the capacity in my mind now to say, okay, business over pleasure, Evening Mystique. I'm so happy that I get the chance to connect everything. So I I do have some questions about Evening Mystique because I've never got the chance to talk to you about Evening Mystique. Me and you have, exchanged some chit chat, but I've really had some questions about. You've already answered one, so you've had a plan in mind for Evening Mystique.
Yeah.
So coming off the success of Business Over Pleasure, what was the plan? Now that I know that there was another angle, do you care to share? What was the plan before you and Claude really got together and this thing kind of panned out?
This is a funny story. By developing the friendship with Claude, because there's a process when doing things with Mon, and Claude kind of freelances at this point. He's not just like a salaried employee. I mean, it's not my place to say what, but he's contracted, basically is how you can look at it.
Sure.
And so with that, I'm able to kind of freely speak to him a little bit more. By having his number. So when George had no idea I was doing this at the time, and I mean, it was no big deal, but it worked to my benefit. But as soon as he mentioned that there was a possibility we were going to do it again, I know George, and I know that means we're doing it again.
Okay.
So I talked to Claude and said, hey, just in case this does happen, here's what I'm thinking. No brief this time, just talking to him on the phone. Here's what I'm thinking, so he could get the process. So I started working before everyone else, quietly in the background with Claude. Because like I said, I know George well enough to where if he's really pondering, if he's saying it to me, he's been thinking about it pretty constantly. So he's kind of gearing up on how he's going to execute. Okay. So that was how I know that about him. So that's how I took it. And I went ahead and took it upon myself to start working basically and get the Claude rolling on here's what I'd like to happen. I'd like to tie it into the yada, yada, yada. So I knew right away, like in the event ever, whether it's with Zaharoff or anyone else, I've had a brief note breakdown, key accords and everything, a name and everything written in the event I ever get to do a third fragrance, whether it was Zaharoff or anyone else. I know exactly what I want to do. I'm always thinking, because I have a genuine love and passion. I would like to think there's no denying my passion for fragrance at this stage.
I mean, come on.
So I'm constantly thinking, and the experience George provided has been so invaluable because I've learned so much through the process over the last several years of these two fragrances through the relationship I've built with Claude and of course with George. He's an endless, bottomless pit of knowledge and experience with the fragrance industry at this point.
Fantastic.
So it's one of those things where I knew right away. It was very easy. Evening Mystique was very easy the second time around.
Okay.
Because I knew where I wanted to go. We did get a little bit of a hang up where the final rendition I was going with, it was much more fresh and spicy. It didn't have the resins. It was a little smoky, but I just kept feeling like there was something wrong, like something missing. And
how were the versions of it?
So we got to a fourth modification before I said, let's go with this one. Then we tweaked it slightly from there.
Okay.
And then like the ladies at Mon that we deal with, they loved it. They were like, oh, this is it. They picked the concentration. We think it, and they have fun with the process too. The ladies we deal with at Mon, which is the perfume house.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I love it at this concentration. I'm curious to see what you think. Because once you get your scent profile, you got to get down to the concentration because different concentrations are going to adjust how much top you get, how much base is going to come out. It's not just a performance thing like people think. Right. Because the balancing of the formula plays into how it's going to perform way more than the oil concentration does.
Right.
So that's a lesser known fact. People just think more oil, stronger, big scent cloud. It's not always the case. It's not that simple. But point being, I just felt like something was missing, and I didn't want to insult Claude. I felt like I might insult him by like waiting 2 months of pondering and testing to tell him I just feel like something's missing.
Okay.
And I texted him, hey, can you give me a call when you have some time? We talked about it, and I said, man, I hate to do this, but can we do a modification with some added resins? And that's like he went, oh, you want darker? You like we could change the patchouli, and he just started going into that. Or maybe we could do an oud. I can do one with some oud. And I told him, I said, just for me, I said, do whatever you want. Take that as you will. And because the plan was he was going to make 4 more modifications to change up a little bit. And he was going to do one with some resins for me, which ended up being olibanum and myrrh with added orchinox, which is in the ambroxan ambergris family.
Right.
It's a slightly more resinous version, basically. It's exclusive to Mon. It's one of their trademarked oils. So that's what it ended up being. But he made that first,
Right.
and didn't make the other ones, and emailed me so he could copy the ladies at Mon to say, Ross, I made the one with resins. It was a brilliant idea. I'm having them send it to you now in a few concentrations. Call me when you get it. I want to know what you think, but
Okay.
I think this is it. I didn't even make the other ones. And I'll be damned. I was so impressed. I was like, wow, this is it. You're a genius. You know, and also pat on the back, like, hell yeah, the resins were a great idea. Good job, Ross.
Wow, man. Wow.
So that's basically the story
Okay.
of how that came about. It was easy to that point. That was the only hang up, was I was so torn internally with coming to him like, hey, can we do one more
that respect? That respect factor.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
man.
didn't, because not that he would have been insulted, but it was my own insecurity. Like, how do you tell this man after 2 months of sitting on this one saying it was great that let's add something to it? So, but he's great. Yeah. He's a phenomenal human to work with. We need more people like Claude Deere, like George Zaharoff, like BB, and all of them that we work with on this process. Just wonderful, just such a great team to go through this process with.
Yeah, and I want to speak on the inspiration factor of it all for somebody like me. I mean, I can listen to you talk about the experience all day long. I mean, literally all day long. I mean, if you turned on a microphone and you told me, just me specifically, the whole story of both of them, I'd listen to the whole 4-hour thing.
Because, I could keep going. There's a lot more to the story. I could walk you through this for hours, you know.
And for me, one of my, I hope to experience the opportunity to create my own fragrance one day and experience the process on a level. And the Z creators thing, when I first saw it, I didn't, first off, I didn't know what it was when I kept saying Z. What is a Z creator? Like, I didn't know.
So Z is for Z.
Everybody
thinks it's some kind of cult thing, but no, it's Z.
Right.
And outside of the American idiom, Z is Z.
Right.
So that's where that comes from.
Well, I know now because I did my research. But when I'm like, because this released in 2021.
That came out in 2022. Evening Mystique.
No.
2021.
Business Over Pleasure.
Business Over Pleasure came out. Was it mid 2020? No,
it was 2020.
No, it was 2021.
Yeah,
it was 2021.
So that was around the time going into 2021, where I found out exactly what was going on here. Mm-hmm. And I started seeing different videos, and that's how I was introduced to Justin and then Drio. So just to speed up the story, because I don't want to be on it all the rest of the stream, but I will say this. I was so fascinated just with the conversations between all three of you guys about the processes. At that point, if I never got a chance to smell the fragrance, I was good enough with the information and the stories that you guys gave, because that just did a lot for me. That helped kind of shape my thought process and open up my mind to the possibilities. And I get asked all the time, hey, D, when is your fragrance coming out? I don't know, because I want it to be done right. I want to experience. I want to have a partnership or something where I can real deal truly have the experience of a lifetime. Well, will it work out that way? I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for me. I'm just going to keep living one day at a time as the good Lord lets me. But just to hear all three of your guys' stories, and it was just so inspiring. And then when you guys came back for the second round of fragrances, and I've been blessed to have all three of those, and they're phenomenal fragrances. You guys have done so much to inspire people like me in the fragrance community, and I do content. I have videos, I do the live streams, but to be able to look to you guys, you and Justin and Andrea, to see what you guys have done, the impact that it's had, to get to, I don't know George, but to see George on a more personable, kind of vulnerable setting, really discussing this stuff, I appreciate it. So for me to be able to come full circle and smell this fragrance, Business Over Pleasure, for me, it just ties it all together. So that's why I say it's personal for me. So it's not just me smelling this and being like, oh yeah, I smelled Business Over Pleasure. It's pretty good. No, it's not that for me. It's not that for me personally. So
I'm glad
I just want to kind of roll that out. Huh? Yeah,
it does, man. It speaks to you, man.
It does, man. So I definitely wanted to kind of get that off for sure.
So I just wanted to touch on this. I mean, for God's sakes, me and George on a playing card.
Look at that, man.
Who's getting that creative opportunity?
I never seen
the business side is George in a suit.
Okay.
The casual side is me. I mean, one button off on the top, the detail, because that's how I wear my polo shirts. Flat bill hat on. I mean, we're literally on the back as well.
Okay.
It's frosted. to the other side so you can see it through with my logo. And then obviously you have Evening Mystique, so you see the elevation from there, but all the and if you'll notice, you see this color palette.
Okay,
it's a vibrant metallic. Yeah. If you look at your bottle of Evening Mystique, it's the same color palette, but more of a vintage hue to the same color palette. It's the yellow, the red, the blue, the black. It's all the same color palette, just a different hue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not everybody's going to get this level of just freedom to create in this manner, and that's what makes the experience with George so unique. Is the freedom of expression that he allows.
Yes, and that's what's so dope.
Here's the canvas. Here's the canvas. Here's the brush. Here's the paint. Man. The brush and the paint being your perfumers.
Right.
Have at it.
Man, that's so dope, man. I've never seen the box before. Can I see the front of it one more time? Because I was looking at
So let me adjust my focus one more time.
Do you have a hat on? Oh, I see it.
I got the flat bill on.
I see it. Oh man, that's dope as hell.
Right?
That's dope.
My beard and everything. I mean, the level of detail down to even how I wear a polo shirt.
Dope, man. I love it, man.
And then you got George on the other side.
That's so dope. Yep. Man, I'm so inspired, man. I'm so inspired by just getting the chance to. It's like I don't know you, and you're telling me all this stuff. So I'm so inspired to hear these stories, put it all together, the fragrances, man. Just kudos to you guys, man. A round of applause for you guys for all three of you. And I often go back and watch Justin's second soul breakdown, and
that's phenomenal.
He does a great job.
Second soul's so good.
Oh my God.
So good.
Oh my God.
Like I go back and forth with my own, like which one do I like more? Because I love Second Soul.
It's a battle. It's a battle. It's a battle, man. Yeah, and
so good.
Just to hear him and his lovely wife Grace kind of go back and forth with the initial videos. I have them saved to my phone. So anytime I'm in search of like some inspiration or something like that, especially with the fragrances, I have certain stuff just kind of set to the side, and that video's in there. So just to kind of piece it all together, and I was so mind blown when Second Soul came my way. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So it was great.
Taken care of, man. I said, Justin, mind if I throw yours in here? Oh yeah, absolutely. That's when we were packing the orders.
I reached out to him and sent him a message. He hit me back, and it was just really cool to have that quick.
Because we were in Chicago when I packed that for you, and I was like, Justin, you mind if I throw yours in there too, man? I'd appreciate that. Yeah, we were in Chicago.
Oh man, that's dope.
That was one of the many trips.
Okay.
That's just one more thing to add on. That's another just. God, I cherish that part about it is when we all get together in Chicago all the times, because that's such a unique opportunity because we all live in well, now I'm in the central time zone, but when I was in mountain time, Justin lives on the West Coast. I was on the mountain time. George was central time. Andre and Anthony were on the East Coast. Right. We were in all the different time zones, and that's the only time we could all get together. I mean, doing a Zoom, we would do it. We've done so many private Zooms. Sure. You know, talking about all the different things, where we're at in the process. Here's what we're thinking. Here's what Ross's package looks like. Here's the scent profile, and how do we want to market? What are we going to do for the launch? It's all these things. It's just all of that process that nobody really got to see. Even the stuff that we documented when we get together in Chicago. That's the most invaluable stuff to cherish for me, because it's experiences that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Don't get me wrong, this is the most phenomenal thing ever for someone that loves fragrance, but it's all of that other stuff that doesn't get talked about in this process much. That's the best part to me, was the bonding, the hanging out, the unique opportunities in a hotel to do content shoulder to shoulder. All those things. And being in the office with George and just all those different things, getting to see the inner workings and we're the assembly line.
Super dope.
We're putting it all together, all of that, putting our energy into it before it goes out.
And you guys had the vlogs going, and like I said, man, like I just seeing it all, and it seemed like we had an open door invitation to come in and have a seat and just kind of see it as everything was just kind of building together. So I appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this is real cool for me. So I'm gonna go to the comments, man. We 50 minutes in. Thank you for everybody who's joining us. I
appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about this.
Oh yeah, man.
It's been a little while since I've shared the story.
Of course, man. And I haven't heard it like this from you, so I appreciate this perspective of it being told. So yeah, no doubt, of course. Let's get to the chat, man. Let's see if we got anything. We got my dad in here, Dedrick Hicks Sr. Great show, great knowledge on Smell Good. Love Pop, love you, Pop. Thank you, man. Adam in the house. He said, "What's up, chat? First time to this live. Well, welcome, Adam. Hopefully you're still sticking around and enjoying. If not, I thank you for stopping by. My sister says, welcome to the Smell Good family for sure. Let's see. Hez says, I love eating Mystique. I have eaten Mystique and I love it. Shout out Hez for
Appreciate
sure.
That, Hez.
Jared says, Big Ross the Boss. Would you grace us with the creative experience and live stream release story of the three-headed Zed creators? Wow, Jared really getting deep into his bag about that one for sure.
Wait, the creative experience and live stream release story.
I guess I'm thinking he's thinking all three of you guys have a stream together. And
we had a bunch of streams. I'm not sure which one he's talking about because I did a ton of streams myself.
You did, I've seen
because that's the thing. Sometimes you got to get the ball rolling because I mean everybody that's ever hung out with me that's in this space knows I'm ready to do content every day. We're doing content at some point. It's what I do. So when we were together for all that, I'm like cracking the whip when it's like 11:30. We're about to go eat a late dinner, and it's like, y'all come to my room after. We're gonna do some content. And then during the day, I'm doing live streams, so it would inspire them during the day. Justin's like, well, I'm gonna set up one for 3 o'clock, and then even Andrea and Anthony, who do not live stream,
right,
would do some live streams. So that's more fun of it too. Speaking of the live streams, like
absolutely.
So point is, we did so many. I'm not even sure what he's talking about exactly.
Yeah. And thank you for another super chat, Jared. You're on fire tonight, man. I thank you for the love, man. Jesus
Christ.
He's
feeling froggy.
Thank you, man. JT says, I have a decant of it and I really like it, but I don't have enough for too many wearings, so I wear it around the house. All right, well, glad you're enjoying it, man. Definitely glad that you're enjoying it now for sure. Let's see what else we got. Eric showing you some love, saying what's up, Ross.
What's up, B?
Real quick from Jason. Jason says, Smell Good family, I need some advice. Going to a wedding next weekend. Should I wear a YSL tuxedo? Banger. Amouage reflection? Banger. Or, oh my God, Virtus Vanilla Oud. I don't really have a lot of conversation for this. I'm just going to say, of course, wear Virtus Vanilla Oud if it's going to roll. But either one of those would be great.
That's the number one choice for me too. But I would say if you want a little bit more classy and elegant reflection, man.
Yep, for sure. I think any one of those.
If you want a classier feel, reflection, man. If you really want to show out on them and have them asking you what the hell you're wearing, Vanilla Oud.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the no-brainer. If you want attention, that's the one.
I don't think you can lose either way it go. For sure. Let's see what we got. Very important question. Oh, okay, talking about the fragrance there. Shout out Clinton, man. Clinton showing some love with the super chat.
Can't outshine the groom. The groom better step it up. Bullshit, you can't outshine the groom.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm swinging, baby. So
if I'm coming to your wedding, you better not let me outshine you. Come on.
I'm not playing fair ever. I'm not playing fair ever. Shout out Clinton, man. Hey, Dedrick and Ross. Enjoy hearing you chat it up. Thank you, Clinton. Appreciate you so much for showing love.
Yes,
Thank you for being here tonight with us for sure, man. At the kindness of your heart, I definitely appreciate that. We got my brother-in-law here. My brother-in-law here showing some love. What's up, Jimmy, man? Appreciate you showing some love tonight. Thank you very much. Let's see. Clinton says, I miss business over pleasure, but enjoy evening Mystique. Can't wait to wear it again. I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that. I've just been blessed and fortunate enough to get to smell this this stuff right here. That's all I'm gonna say. Check back on the replay, man, if you want to know why I'm so bubbly. All right. Let's see. Anything about okay. Jared says, I'm personally proud of each one of the Zed creators. The amount of growth each of them has done over the years, and through this experience is worthy of note and at the very least. Absolutely.
Appreciate that, Jared.
It really impacted the game, and I've spoken this, so I'm not going to re-harp back on it, but they impacted the fragrance game greatly. And for somebody like me who has aspirations of what they've already done, beyond inspired. So I second that very loudly, Jared, for sure. Let's see what else we got in here. Anything for Ross or even Randy's in the building. What's up, Randy? What's good, fellas? What's happening? I'm gonna have Randy on this Saturday. We're gonna be talking about a couple of other fragrances he sent me some wild stuff. So I'll have that thumbnail up probably by tomorrow to get ready for Saturday. So Randy and myself, 7 o'clock here on YouTube. All right, and looking forward to talking to him for sure.
Yeah, I see Randy brought up that he didn't know I was going to be on tonight. He thought it was going to be Saturday.
No,
you're not to that point yet. I'm
okay.
I'm caught up. That's why.
Okay, 10-4. I definitely wanted to have a separate stream with you because I knew I was going to have a bunch of questions, and I really wanted this conversation because I never really got the chance to do it with you about this, and I think it would be good for everybody who was interested as well in hearing the stories for sure.
Randy, thank you for sharing the love too, so he's able.
Good
to try
Lord, definitely for sure.
Because like I was telling him, you got the last bottle I was willing to part with.
For sure. Let's see. I thought Ross was joining Saturday.
Yes.
A bunch of subs were saying that. I thought no, Randy.
Yeah, I won't be around Saturday. Saturday, Sunday. That's when me and the wife kind of unplug, and that's when we do our thing.
Of course, yeah, Randy. It's me and you Saturday. Me and you for sure. Okay. PJ got a question for Ross. Ross, have you got your nose on the new Parfums de Marley just
I've been getting asked on a daily basis about it.
I know you have.
I haven't smelled it yet. I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and buy a decant. Let me hit up Decant House to see if Juan's got it. Yep. That's my two main places.
Yeah.
And
are you staying away from content to not judge, because
yes.
I know how. Okay, so
because I know I'm gonna get it at some point. So I broke that with Joy's video for Rasasi Hawass Ice, because when I saw it was Joy, I was like, man, he's gonna be like a kid getting a new toy. I gotta watch his excitement, and he delivered. He was excited,
Yeah,
and I trust his opinion on that, So
I had a blast as well. I did a live stream on it. It was so funny because the live stream was set up to be something else, and me and my wife were out and about. We went to go smell some stuff, and I was able to get a decant of it, and it was like 10 minutes left before the stream was about to start, and I changed the thumbnail, and I said, I'm just going to talk about this tonight, but definitely looking forward to your thoughts, man, when you get it in.
I'm going to smell it for sure. That's definitely going to happen. Yeah, sooner than later. I can't promise the exact time, but I would say within the next few weeks.
Can't wait to hear.
I'm going to get my hands on it.
We have, man, I don't want to butcher your name here, but I got the Muhammad. So Mr. Muhammad asked.
Abu Bakar.
Okay, there you go, Ross.
Abu Bakar.
Abu Bakar Mohammed says
it's easier than I thought it would be. I looked at it like, can I do it?
He says, what's a designer fragrance that can be worn year round that can never go wrong? Wow. Well, that's a question that could be very personal and subjective, but I'll say two that really hit home for me and that are just.
I know one of them you're going to say.
What is it?
Go ahead and say. You're about to say it first. Go ahead.
The first one is going to be the number one fragrance on my list, Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. And the second one is Dior Homme 2022.
That's exactly the two I was thinking. That's why I said I know what you're going to say. We're here. Because I would have said Dior Homme 2020 is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you were going to throw Bleu de Chanel Parfum in there. But I echo those sentiments. You can't go wrong. You have to like warm wood fragrances because they both share that. They're both ISOE super dominant in their base.
Yep.
But if I was to pick one, and I know he'll echo these sentiments, Bleu de Chanel Parfum is the superior.
Waving a flag.
But if you want a little bit fresher, Dior Homme 2020 excels with being a little bit fresher.
We are waving the flag on Bleu de Chanel. But yeah, those are the two suggestions, recommendations, and those are my real life fragrances to the question that you asked. Let's see. Unc CJ says, great stuff, gentlemen. Thank you, Unc. Appreciate that for sure. A lot of Virtus Vanilla Oud conversations going on in the chat. That's what happens when you talk about greatness, I guess. Antonio Harvey,
that's a hype monster.
Absolutely. Smell Good family and TLTG can't go wrong. 100 thumbs up. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man, for the love. Cannot thank you enough for sure. I'm very humble when it comes to people giving a damn about what I got going on. So for somebody to take a minute, a second, an hour out of their day, 15 minutes, 20 minutes out of their day to be like, hey, what Dedrick got going on today? Hey, man, it's one of the most humbling things that I can experience for sure, man.
Think about it this way.
Yeah.
We attract an audience to listen to us talk about fragrances. Let's just keep it simple, to talk about cologne, because that's what the average person calls it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Just think about that. That's where this hobby has evolved to. Live streams about fragrance.
Yeah,
and it attracts an
wild.
audience.
It's wild.
It's awesome.
It's wild.
But who would have thought? You know?
I didn't. I didn't for sure. Let's see what else we got. Dan, Not the Man, one of the greatest names on YouTube.
The best.
All three of the second round of the Z creators. I agree. I love it as well. Love all three of them. Randy says, yeah, I didn't think that I just heard people. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem, Randy. No problem. We good. We good. We good. Callie's Groom Room in the building. What's up, Callie?
Hopefully best hair in the business.
Always. Oh, yeah, man. He gets it
Brunette Johnny Bravo.
For sure. Shout out, Callie, man. Look at these fine gentlemen. I appreciate that, Callie, man. I hope you're doing well, brother. I really hope you're doing well out there. Let's see what else we got. Everybody's still showing love and having great, and I love it. And in my live streams, I love to see the sidebar conversations because they're promoting what we love. So I enjoy it. So y'all talk away. All right. Hidden Gem says, Ross and Dedrick, what is your favorite Zaharoff? Ooh, it's
a good one.
Ross, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to say, you want to lead us off?
No,
so with me, so I'm limited on my Zaharoff experience. I do have a few fragrances, but for me, it's because my wife loves the Silver Mountain Water DNA so much, and I actually prefer Mephisto to it. Zaharoff Mephisto is actually my favorite that I have. Don't be wrong, 40 knots and Acento and all they're all the ones I have are great. I have a great lineup for my taste, but definitely Mephisto for me. Omas sent me some stuff the other day, and I got to try Fierro finally.
Okay.
That's my next Zaharoff purchase. It's basically a fresher green spice take on Scandal Parfum Cologne from Roger Parfums. Mm-hmm. That's warmer green. This is fresher green. I got to have it. So that's one I'll call a kind of like one I don't have a bottle of, but I've tried, and it's like, yes, this is me. But okay. Mephisto for me. And with Givenchy, I'm a gentleman eau de parfum kind of guy. Mm-hmm. It's my favorite one. Mm-hmm. I love the Boisé. I think Gentleman Reserve Privé is phenomenal. And if I didn't have Boisé and EDP, I'll probably get it just to have it, even though I won't wear it much eventually. That's why I'm not in a rush to get it. I had a decant so I could try it. But
okay.
The EDP for me, I think, and this is going to shock some people, I think is superior to Dior Homme Intense.
Ooh, wee.
Hot take right there. I prefer it. I prefer the Tolo Balsam adds a creaminess and a richness that Dior Homme Intense does not have.
Okay.
And I actually prefer it.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and even try to think of a question to challenge that because you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I appreciate that.
For me,
how about you?
Zaharoff, man. I don't own any full bottles of Zaharoff, but I do have several decants. Man, 40 knots is really, really good. I really enjoyed that one. Alexandria 2 is so different. It's so unique, and it really had me stumped. So if I had to pick one right now, just off my experience so far with Zaharoff, I do plan on getting at least 2 bottles before the end of the year. I'm going to say Alexandria 2, and you said 1, but those are the 2 that kind of have me really looking forward to purchasing full bottles of those. And the Givenchy line, the Gentleman line, I have the entire lineup from the Cologne to the 2017 EDT, which I love, which is a great, versatile, signature scent, worthy scent to me. I love how that iris and that pineapple fruitiness pair kind of does this thing. But if I had to pick one, man, it's between the Reserve Privé and the EDP. But I'm gonna keep it real with my first love, and that was the EDP. The vanilla and the iris combo in that thing is deadly.
It's really good.
It is
it's an orris butter instead of like the standard powdery,
iris, right.
You know, designer iris. It's more of an orris butter, so that adds to that creaminess.
Right.
And one, I'll leave you with one more hidden gems that doesn't get enough love.
What's
it's
that?
Crazy versatile. Gentleman Only.
Gentleman Only. I have never smelled that one.
Beautiful, aromatic, slightly fruity.
Okay.
Has a nice incense note in woods. It dresses up really good. It's a great signature scent. It's beautiful. It does not get the love it deserves. Gentleman Only.
Let me plug that in right now.
The purple juice.
Let me plug that in so I can.
Yeah, and it's not gentleman. It's gentlemen.
Right.
It's like a subsidiary to the line. It's a flanker line basically. Like they have gentleman and gentlemen only. Like it's got its own set of flankers.
Okay, I got it right here. Gentlemen Only. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay. I'm gonna see what's up with that. All right, because I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, it's not an Irish fragrance.
Okay. No, that's cool. It's good. It's cool. I'm awful for trying different stuff. Callie getting some laughter out of the brunette Johnny Bravo.
He's heard me say that before.
Okay. Unk says you two talk about it the best. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
CJ.
Joel says, can't wait for my Rasasi Hawass ice.
Me too.
I think every other post on Instagram, on
Facebook too.
Facebook and YouTube in the if the community post. That's all I see.
Look, I want to let you guys know that if you don't want to torment yourself with wishing you had your bottle, do not go hang out in the Fragcom Bangladesh Facebook group because they all have it already.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, Joy started that because and a bunch of them have it already, and they're making their posts. And if you don't want to drive yourself nuts with wishing you had your bottle, don't go hang out in there right now.
Okay, I won't do that.
All the posts.
Won't do it.
Oh yeah,
I won't do it. What's up, Josh? Josh is in the house, man. Shout out, man. Here, fan. Josh, man, making some really therapeutic content. I love the Steven the Universe music. Every time I watch it, I like it. I like it, man. So shout out
to Elroy Prepson.
Yes, sir, no doubt. Let's see. We get ready to wrap this thing up, guys. Take a few more minutes here. I just want to see if there's anything specific. I'm sorry if I am skipping over somewhere. I missed something. I'm very, very sorry about that. Had no intent to do that. Let's see. Oh, Callie says, did you just say Givenchy EDP is better than Dior Homme Intense? Boy, you have bumped your head with a big laughing emoji. Well, you know how it goes, Callie. You know how it goes. Big subjectivity around here, man.
I'll do you one even better. I like the fragrance you sent me a bottle of, Dave, more than Dior Homme Intense.
Just pile it on.
Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum.
That is, oh my God.
I think that's better than Dior Homme Intense too.
This is sad because I forgot I had it.
It's so good. He was sending me a decant, and then a freaking box this big shows up at my house. I said, well, I ain't no 5 ml decant. It's a 50 ml bottle. He just bought me a bottle and sent it to me.
Oh, I saw the video. Oh, yeah. I saw when you bust that out.
Dave did that.
I didn't know Callie sent that one.
Yeah, he did that. He was supposed to send me a decant of his to try, and he just bought me a bottle.
That's love there, man. Good
That
God.
is love.
That is love.
That's real love right there.
And I'm gonna get I have that fragrance, and it's sad because I forgot that I had it.
I don't wear it that much either. I just have too much. There's so much I don't wear enough.
I know. I was reorganizing some stuff in my fragrance cabinet, and I was just kind of, organizing some things and kind of giving it a different look. And I haven't got to one shelf yet, and that it's in that shelf, so I haven't seen it. So when I get a chance to work on that this weekend, I'm gonna put my nose on it. All right, y'all. Again, let's see. A lot of Zaharoff love in the chats. People giving love to.
Yeah, you got a pretty active chat going. We had a little over 60 people. We're at 58
it's
right
love,
now.
Man. It's love. I appreciate it. Jason says Torino 21 is fire. Eric says out of my 6 Zaharoffs, the top 3 are 40 knots. Naxos. Oh, yeah. Naxos is phenomenal.
Naxos is phenomenal, yeah.
And Udine. Okay. Appreciate you dropping that on us, Eric, for sure. Eric says I'm tripping. I forgot about Monkey Special. Oh, Monkey Special is pretty good, man.
Tried it. I still haven't tried it. And they already have a flanker coming out. I found that out today in my stream. Shout out to Divine. Yeah.
Okay.
They already got a flanker.
That stuff is good. I ain't gonna spoil it for you because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, don't say that because I had an opportunity in the member giveaway. I had about they
that's
voted
right.
on
Somebody
the bottle,
said if you win,
yeah, and the 3 or 4 people that said if I win, open it and do it on live. None of them won. So.
Okay. We got one of my good friends, man, Eddie Lewis, man. He got a question for you, Ross. He says, "Have you smelled Valentino Coral Fantasy?"
That's the 3rd time I've been asked that today.
Really?
That's actually the 3rd. What is up with that today?
Huh.
That's
blew
crazy.
My mind.
That's weird.
It blew my mind the other day when I experienced it. So, have you? I'm sure you smelled it, right?
No.
What?
No, I haven't. I haven't smelled that. Or what's the other one?
The new one, the Intense.
No. I've smelled Born in Roma and Born in Roma Intense. The other one that came out before that. So you got Coral Fantasy and was it Floral Dream?
Yellow Dream.
That one. I haven't smelled that one either.
Okay, so you're going to. So
eventually. It's an endless.
No.
It's endless, guys.
No. We're going to make sure that you smell those right away, sir. So
is that a way of you telling me you're sending me decants?
I ain't taking no for an answer. So I'll hit you on the telephone, and we'll get that over to you. Because
all genres bops, that's a big fact. You'll get to that comment in a little bit, but yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, you're getting.
I get asked about LV Imagination all the time.
Yeah, we're shipping those out for sure. Let's see. A lot of love, man. Callie's right about Smoking Hot. Smoking Hot is really good as well. Very interesting fragrance. LaBelle says earlier, I was thinking about which line is better, Guerlain L'Homme Ideal or Givenchy Gentleman. Super subject.
Believe it or not, it's an easy answer for me
Curious.
It's Guerlain L'Homme Ideal. It's top to bottom. There's no misses. And I don't care who wants to argue with me about cool and sport. Those are good fragrances. They're just quirky. that top to bottom, that's one of the best fragrance lines I've ever smelled. The only one I don't have is the newest one.
It's really hard for me, but because I have the entire Gentleman line. Mm-hmm. And I'm only missing one L'Homme Ideal fragrance. I just got the cologne not too long ago, and my God,
so good.
That's so good. Yeah, the EDP, good. The Extreme, the L Intense.
The Extreme, man. Good God Almighty. I mean, I had smelled it once with Justin. I just recently finally got it.
It's so good.
Good.
It's so good.
And then I always have my little travel atomizer of the Intense right here to just sniff on, which I have a bottle, but this came part of a gift set. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's actually an easy choice for me, believe it or not, for all, as much as I love the Gentleman and the Gentleman Only line, because I have several of both. Man, phenomenal to collect if you're into fragrances, especially the Gentleman line. If you like Iris, you have to collect it. But this line's just too good. The quality, the complexity, the signature DNA, it ties in across every single one of them.
That's what I was just thinking. The quality,
it's done right. They flank
the complexity. Right. I'm gonna give me the slight victory edge to the Guerlain L'Homme.
Don't let me influence your decision.
No, you're not, because
I know I'm raving right now.
No, you're not, because you are right. They provide, like, for instance, the EDP to the EDT. It's flankers done right. Givenchy Gentleman EDP versus Reserve Privé, the differences are minimum,
subtle, very minimum,
but there's a distinct difference between Extreme and EDP, plum, cherry, but the DNA is still hovering around the chili pepper note that's in that L Intense with that cherry fruitiness that's still.
Yeah, and look, they don't list the cherry in the Intense.
They do not,
from the EDP, but it's still there.
It's there. Yeah. It's there, and the cherry is in the EDT as well. It's in there.
So the EDT gets forgotten for how good it is, because that's what started all of this.
It's great.
The EDT is great.
I had somebody leave a comment on my video that I posted today, and I mentioned the original Stronger With You. Ross, they left the note was this long because they say it just doesn't get talked about anymore. It's
so good that it took me forever to start expanding on the line.
Yeah,
because it's like, because I knew once I started getting the other ones, I'd stop wearing the original, because the original just deserved that long of attention. The original, that's one of those lines. L'Homme Ideal, like we're talking about here, and definitely the Strong With You line and the Spice Bomb line are the three main ones that I encourage everyone start with the first one,
right?
Because they flankered correctly. Please start with the original, because that way you can really appreciate the different avenues they took with the DNA.
I agree for sure. Okay, let's see, guys. I know I said we were taking it down 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I can do this all night.
Me too. I know I'm about to eat a nice dinner and watch this god awful Bears and Commanders game. I do love the sport of football, so I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it.
What a shitty Thursday night game.
I know, man. But I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it while I do some editing and some stuff for tomorrow and Saturday. But I'm
ahead of the game. I did so much content yesterday. I was able to just do my stream and kind of.
Oh, good for you! Isn't that nice when you're able to be caught up?
Well, some days I grind even harder than others, to where I can have a little bit more laid back day.
Same here.
I still did a bunch of stuff there. I did shorts video, did live stream. I did stuff.
Same here.
But some days I'll do 3 or 4 videos. I'll do a stream. I might have a few shorts videos. Like when I tell you guys I stay up till 2 and 3 in the morning doing content, that's most days.
No, I believe it. You're the most consistent in the game. So I know that's the God honest truth. Jean says Ross gets asked about LV Imagination all the time as well.
Yeah,
I got it. Danielle says, love Coral Fantasy. It's my favorite of them. Yeah, Coral Fantasy is awesome, and Ross will have it by next week. Because he's my Florida neighbor, so it shouldn't take long for him to get
Not
there.
far. Yeah, not far.
Yeah, it shouldn't take long. All right, guys, let me see. Well, I'm not gonna show this comment because Ross is gonna smell it, Randy. So I don't want him to be influenced.
Oh yeah, don't influence me.
I didn't show it. I'm gonna keep it scrolling because
definitely don't.
What he said is definitely gonna impact your thought process.
Oh well, shit. Yeah, don't tell me.
I'm not gonna show it. Let me see. Okay, Eric says, let me start some drama before the live ends. I think Palace Athene is better than Adon. Oh, look at Ross sitting back.
Man, you trying to get banned from 2 channels? You already got banned from the Sports Desk.
He's out of here.
He's
out of here.
Palace Athene's phenomenal, but man, I can't put that over Adonis Awakens. That's a taste thing, though. It is. You're not wrong, and neither am I. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's a taste thing. But
Jared
man,
says, WTF is
yeah, that's going to be most people's response. What?
I'll see you. Well, Eric, job well done, my guy. Job well done on that.
That's about as wild as saying Trevor Lawrence is winning MVP this year.
There it is, folks. I knew it was coming.
It's coming. Got to move them chains. Shout out to Move Them Chains.
I swear to God.
I love giving him a hard time.
I swear to God. I say he going to have one in the chamber tonight. I'm just
I love that clip. I love that clip that you posted yesterday on IG about y'all arguing about Florida and Florida State.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's
our real life, man. On YouTube. Great. You're on YouTube. All right, y'all. Let's see.
For those of you that don't watch the Sports Desk podcast, you probably have no idea what I'm referring to. So you should watch the Sports Desk podcast.
Yes, appreciate that. I'll have the link in this description. All my fragrance lovers who love sports, check us out.
A must watch.
All right, one last question. I think this is one that Ross can answer because I haven't smelled this fragrance before. So here we go. My guy PJ says, I was able to smell Isola Blue. I do not understand the comparisons to Terre Hermes. The realistic citrus in Isola Blue and slight sweetness are incomparable, in my opinion. Ross, what you got for us?
I couldn't agree with everything he said more.
Okay, good.
It's a beautiful sweet citrus. It's green. It's not vetiver dominant. It's not earthy. Where are you people coming up with Terre Hermes? I think every time I see that, I think the same thing as PJ.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't. It's so much more complex. Like I said, the citrus is sweet. It's not just orange. And the woods and vetiver and stuff like that, there's no earthing tones whatsoever to Isola Blue.
Okay.
There's even a little bit of coconut that comes out. It's not really a tropical fragrance. It's greener than you may think when you look at the note breakdowns. Like I said, sweet citrus and a little green is the main thing you're going to get early. But I couldn't agree with it more. It's a masterpiece in my opinion. It's the only fragrance I've ever done a full review on that I gave a 10.
All right.
And I don't know if or when that's ever going to happen again. I don't know. But again, that's my opinion because it speaks to me as the perfect fragrance for me.
Sure, absolutely.
So, but I couldn't agree with PJ's take more. I don't get the Terre Hermes comparison at all. I've never understood it. Terre Hermes is great.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're do they fall in the same family? They can. Sure, they can be worn for the same things, but I don't think the scent profiles are, barely relatable at best.
Sure. I'm looking forward
maybe
to
30-40% at best.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my nose on Isola Blue for sure, so I can get a.
Well, we're supposed to come hang out, and I'm going to bring a whole bunch of Raja bottles with me for you to try because I got some shit to blow your mind.
Okay, I'm excited.
And apparently, that's one of them I need to bring. I do that with Justin. When I meet up with Justin, I'm like, okay, what do you want to try?
I'm excited.
Because when I travel with bottles.
Yes, sir.
Add a bunch of S's.
I'm excited. Not so famous YouTubers showing love. Appreciate that. Hey, DHJ and Ross, what's going on? Shout out my guy Twilly in the house. Shout out Twilly 2 cents. Chris says, nice stream. Thank you, Chris, for watching. Randy says, I didn't know you were sending them to him when I wrote that. Yeah, all good, all good. The last bullet from the chamber. Eric Kroom says, it's Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know. Send the link to your boy Moving Them Chains.
Still top 5.
If you're seeing this, I'm just busting your balls, man. No, you don't get mad at me.
He knows that. We're all alike. We're just from different parts of the world.
Because we're going to give it to each other next time I get on that damn channel.
Yeah. I'm
going to get on there again.
He knows that. He knows.
Because I can't wait to give him a hard time.
Absolutely. Well, Ross, man, I want to say let me get this. The whole time I'm talking, I'm like, it's just
you're drying down now.
And there's even a mistake.
because that smokiness is coming out now.
There is
Should be
evening
anyways.
mystique. No, it's there. There is evening mystique. Wow. We've been doing this stream for 120. I probably sprayed it on at the 30-minute mark, maybe. So it's almost been
No, it was
an
sooner
hour.
than that.
Was it? Okay, so it's
Yeah, it
probably
was
been
sooner
over
than
an
that.
hour.
I jumped on close to like 18 minutes, 19 minutes, something like that.
Man,
and you sprayed it not too long after.
Next week, I'm off for the next few days. And when I go to work next week, I usually don't empty out decants that I can't get another bottle of.
Yeah, I try to save some sprays too.
Well, I ain't saving this. So I'm going to create the memory that I want with this one. So I'm the type of guy, when someone says, oh, it's discontinued, I'm not going to go break my credit card in half to try to go get that fragrance. So with this in particular situation, I ain't going to eBay spending the $400 or $500.
That's what I was about to say. Don't spend that money on eBay,
I ain't doing that. So I rather have the memory. I have this stream. I have the conversation, and I rather have the memory. So I'm going to dump this decant next week. Not the whole thing in 1 week, but who knows? I might wear it twice. But I want to see this in the air. I want to wear this on I usually work around 10 to 10 hour days. And I want to see what this is all about in the air as I move in and out of my place of business. And I'm going to do that because I want to have the total package memory. So, Ross, thank you again, man, for taking some time out to come on the stream. This was really dope for me. Like, seriously, personally, from a friend from you being my friend, I appreciate this, brother. I really do.
I appreciate you, my man. Thanks for giving me a platform to speak on and having me on and cut up a little bit. We talk about some fragrances, share some stories. I appreciate it, man.
Good time, man. Good time. So Smell Good family, hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight. We had a great crowd. We had a bunch of beautiful conversations in the chat. I appreciate you guys just taking out the time. Some of you guys got to get ready for work tomorrow or something going on, but you guys decided to come rock out. Yeah, Joel's at work. He's being a supervisor. He's running the ship and he's showing love. So I definitely appreciate Joel. So yeah, man. So until next time, we're gonna go live again Saturday. I'll have Randy on, Fragrance Dude. We're gonna talk about yes, sir. Shout out Randy the Fragrance Dude for sure. We're gonna talk about a couple more fragrances that I haven't smelled. Another episode of What's in the Bag. All right, and we're gonna roll.
Love that Prada bag too.
Thank you, man. Shout out to my friend Miss Heather for blessing me with this. She felt so
awesome
bad.
How it's the same. It's that red Prada line. That's the most distinctive thing. That red Prada line.
It's nice. She blessed me with it because she felt bad about my old bag because it was starting to just bust through the seams. Yeah. So she looked out. But we'll be back Saturday for sure with the live stream 57 featuring Fragrance Dude. What's in the bag? Also, we're gonna have all of Ross's information down in the description box. If you haven't had an opportunity to go visit his channel and really check out. He's educational with his content, and he has so much of it. He has something for everybody, everybody's taste, everybody, wherever you are in your journey. Live streams. I encourage you guys to go check out my guy and give him a shot and check out his content because it's truly phenomenal stuff. And that's pretty much it. So we're dropping a video tomorrow. Check out all this week's videos on my channel if you're interested in that, and meet me down in the comments and we can chop it up about whatever it is you want to talk about. And until next time, man, y'all guys be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know the deal, baby. Splag it up, splag it out, splag it that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world, the haters that are in the chat that ain't said nothing yet, you're going to get back what you put out for sure. All right, y'all. Y'all be cool. Y'all take care of yourselves. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.